Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is something very important because these are trying times, particularly for marriages and relationships generally. But interestingly, the law governs virtually every aspect of our lives because we are a society of humans governed by laws, and if there are no laws, people will go over and beyond to do what they personally feel is okay for them. Today, we're going to be talking about the legal penalty for a cheating spouse. Here, we are referring to married couple, a married couple. So when we talk about spouse, we're not talking about boyfriend, girlfriendship, and all of that. So it will interest you to understand that the law also delves into issues relating to a married couple, and that's basically the reason why you see people getting married, in the court, at the registry, and all of that, because there are laws that governs all of those relationships. Now, under the law, a man can either get married under the act, that is the statutory marriage. You can get married under customary law, Islamic law, and all of that. Now, when you get married to someone under the act, that is to say, you went to the registry, you got your marriage certificate, you did everything. Under the law, you're expected to remain married to that person for life. For life. And the reason is because we got this law from England, from the UK, from Britain, where Nigeria was colonized by Britain. So it is basically a Christian kind of law which respects the sanctity of marriage, that says one man, one wife. So if you get married to someone under the act, that is at the registry, you're expected to stick with that person for life. So what that means is, if you proceed to marry another person whilst still married to that person you married at the registry, it is going to be an offense. So let me put it simply. You're married to an individual, you married the person at the registry, and then it happens that something happens, you didn't divorce the person, you went ahead to get married. So it does not matter if the subsequent marriage was contracted outside the act. That is to say, it doesn't matter if the second person you got married to was married traditionally. So long as you were married to someone before under the act at the registry without a divorce, definitely you are expected to stick with that person without proceeding to get married to someone else. So now, what is the penalty for breaching this provision of the law? What you can do is to get the person prosecuted for the offense of bigamy, and that will mean the state will have to prosecute the person. By prosecute, I mean take the person to court and all of that. And if the person is found guilty, the person will be charged to court. If the person is found guilty, the person will be sentenced to 7 years in prison. So now, when a man is married to a woman, or a woman is married to a man, and one of the parties proceeds to have an affair with someone else, it is called adultery, and that is recognized under the law. And the other party definitely has a remedy under the law. So what the other party can do is to bring an action against the adulterous spouse, and then the adulterous spouse will be made to pay damages to the aggrieved spouse. Why will you cheat on your spouse? I mean, the law knows how painful that can be. So the law allows the other party to get damages for reparation. And interestingly, if you're suing someone for adultery, so now you know your right. It's not just for you to leave it to God. You can take the person to court and get damages. If you're suing someone for adultery, you have to join the adulterous individual. The person your spouse had committed the adultery, you have to join the person as a co-defendant and claim damages from the two of them. The only thing is that it is difficult to prove, because you rarely or hardly ever see people commit adultery in public. And when you say someone has committed adultery, you have to back it up with evidence. So what the law now does is circumstantial evidence. If you can show that there are reasonable grounds for you to believe that this thing actually happened, then you can get your damages. in general, in some, we would advise that parties uphold the sanctity of marriage. We've been hearing lots of issues around. We want to advise personally in this channel that parties uphold the sanctity of marriage and ensure they don't breach the law. When you're going into it, be sure of what you're going into and stick to your vows. Like we said at the beginning, and as you can see on your screen, please click on the subscribe button for more. We promise to continually deliver relevant content that will guide you and give you an insight into what you're doing so you don't make mistakes. Thank you very much.